had the opportunity not only to cover, but work alongside the great Tim Wakefield, who just seemed like one of the most genuine, down-to-earth, humble individuals in the history of baseball. What was your relationship like with him?
Well, I covered I covered his entire career, right? He started in the summer '95. When I interviewed for the job at Ness, and they gave me tickets to the game after the interview, they said, hang out and watch the game. And Tim Wakefield was pitching that night. So I was kind of felt connected to him. And then over the years watching him, the knuckleball is such a little bit of alchemy. You know, like I think we all feel we could do it. You know, just give me give me 2 hours in the backyard and I'll master it. And of course you can't.
No.
And he was so good at it. But as you said, a better person off the field than he was on it. Won the Roberto Clemente Award as, you know, for what he did off the field. And he said that meant more to him than winning World Series. And then we worked alongside each other for 12 years at Nesson. So losing him just over a year ago was one of the harder things. So the hardest thing I've ever had to do in broadcasting, Jim Rice and I were on the air. It was the final game of the season. And we actually got the call during a commercial break.
Oh, my God.
And had to finish the show. Processing that.
Wow.
So, not easy.
I feel like baseball is a very romantic sport in that sometimes things work out the way that you hope they would. Freddie Freeman hitting that walk-off grand slam in Game 1 of the World Series this year for the Dodgers. Tim Wakefield being...
Against
the Yankees.
It's important to point that out.
Yeah.
I feel we have two groups of fans here, those who love the Red Sox and those who love anybody playing the Yankees.
That's exactly right.
And it might be the same group.
So speaking of Tim Wakefield in 2004 being on the field at Yankee Stadium where he had such a miserable experience 1 year earlier, I feel like that just worked the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And that
it really
was
did.
incredible.
And I was the sideline reporter in '03. So, you know, that's what you talked about growing up in Maine and being a Red Sox fan. I'm outside the locker room as the game ends and the door opens and, you know, the champagne comes out, you know, and you're watching it go by, going over to the Yankees side. And then I remember Tim, you know, saying, I hope I'm not Buckner, you know, like, and he had pitched so well, he would have been the MVP of the series had they won it. And that was his concern because he gave up the home run, to Aaron Boone.
What was the experience like in the park when his kids threw out the first pitch?
It was amazing, and I stay in touch with Brianna and Trevor. They're amazing kids. She's a freshman in college now. I'm co-chairman of the Jimmy Fund now down in Boston, and she walked, the Jimmy Fund walked a few weeks back in October, and just amazing, carrying on the family legacy, wants to be an oncologist because of everything she learned from her two parents' experience. You know, losing both your parents in a 6-month span while you're in high school, I can't even imagine that.
I can't either. What a gem Tim Wakefield and his wife both were.
Yeah, he's a special guy.